escalate a little bit, or not
Just a
even.
touch.
They were talking about that Putin, how he would take this, and people are like, well, Putin's gonna not really care about it, but he'll use it in his propaganda to his
Mm-hmm.
people.
Yep.
Like that's Putin. You know what? Even if he didn't say that, Putin would have done and been the same way. Let's be
Yep.
honest. Putin doesn't care about that, but he will take that clip, blow it up to all of his supporters. I mean, like you're giving him fucking ammo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like, ugh. And
That
I'm
and there was another thing. Like, so you sent me this article today, and I think I might pull it up because I know
which
I sounded
one?
the one about the poisoning, and like I know I sounded really dismissive when I was texting you, but it's not that like I disagreed with the fact that Putin poisoned somebody because once again, long story track record of that. It
I
was
was
it
gonna
was
say
just the
is
absolute dog shit of the reporting that was
yes,
done.
yes.
I
That
mean,
was that was the one article I saw. I
yeah.
mean, there was a bunch of them. Yeah,
Well, no,
like the
and I like
Russia.
I wasn't mad at you even. I was just because like when I it was Wall Street Journal, and Wall Street Journal has I mean a relatively good track record. They're one like I typically wouldn't criticize them too much.
And they're decently middle, if not
Right.
middle. Yeah,
Yeah, middle.
decently middle.
They're more on the right end of things, but like not much. They're really not that much. So, but the reporting on this was just so much dog shit. It was it was awful, and so it was Roman Abramovich and Ukrainian peace negotiator suffer suspected poisoning. Russian oligarch developed symptoms that people familiar with the matter blamed on hardliners in Moscow who say they want to sabotage peace talks. That is straight unabridged propaganda. Right, that first statement, people familiar with the matter blamed hardliners in Moscow who say they want to sabotage peace talks. I will not take anything further serious from that.
Matt, they didn't contact me. I promise.
So, and this is from Yaroslav Tromivov. I wonder where he's from.
I think
And
my
Max Colchester.
listening through all the podcasts, I think my favorite part of your particular podcast is when you're reading that article and trying to pronounce the names of the people writing the article.
Yeah.
That's yeah, it's good. It's real
Um,
good.
so, Russian oligarch Roman Abramovich and Ukrainian peace negotiator suffered symptoms of suspected poisoning after a meeting in Kiev earlier this month. People familiar with the matter said. People familiar with the matter said.
Can I just say every time now because of you, motherfucker? So the Kiev and Kiev debate, I don't even
Mm-hmm.
say Kiev or Kiev. Every time I say it, it's like that. I was talking to my wife. I was like, well, there's this town called Kiev. She's like, why did you emphasize that? I was like, fucking Matt.
It's I've watched too many of the media montages when they all say the exact same thing. So like now it's like after you watch a couple of those, like you start to like pick that shit up, and like everybody all of a sudden I've never once heard it in my life heard it called Kiev. Like nobody says I'm gonna order chicken Kiev. It's chicken Kiev, and just all of a sudden I was like, what? Am I the only person that has said Kiev the whole time? And then I was like, no, it is like it's called chicken Kiev, and then
Or
just but all of a sudden like and then you see like all the anti-Russian propaganda that comes out like we banned Russian cats from joining like the World Cat Federation or what the fuck ever. We
is it
deleted the Russian team from the FIFA soccer game.
so what's the dish called?
Uh, Chicken Kiev.
Is that the same as chicken a la Kiev?
I think so. I think they're the same thing as freedom fries.
Welcome to the dad joke of the night. You're fucking welcome.
Uh, yeah. So, and then this article goes on, and so Mr. Abramovich, Ukrainian lawmaker Rustem Umerov, and another negotiator developed symptoms following the March 3rd meeting in Kiev that included red eyes, constant and painful tearing, and peeling skin on their faces and hands, the people said. Mr. Abramovich has shuttled between Moscow, Belarus, and other negotiating venues since Russia invaded Ukraine. Mr. Abramovich was blinded for a few hours and later had trouble eating, according to a person familiar with the matter.
Because he was eating turkey a la Kiev.
A la Kiev. It was probably a la St. Petersburg, and that's what fucked him. Some of the people familiar with the matter blamed the suspected attack on hardliners in Moscow who said they wanted to sabotage talks to end the war. They did link to an article there.
Everybody, every time you say people familiar with the situation, just say Aaron.
Yeah. Aaron said. Because how do we know that you didn't? I mean, yeah.
I'm a mystery.
This is even a person close to Mr. Abramovich said it wasn't clear who had targeted the group.
You should have said Aaron right there.
Some people familiar with the so Aaron said, or Aaron, who is familiar with the matter, blamed the suspected attack on hardliners in Moscow who said they wanted to sabotage talks to end the war. A person close to Mr. Abramovich, a.k.a. me, I said it wasn't clear who targeted the group. That's probably better reporting than the fucking Wall Street Journal right now. Aaron said it was hardliners in Moscow who did it. I said it is not clear. Wall Street Journal. I don't have a lot of time on my hands, but I got some. I could make time. Wall Street Journal, if you're looking. Jesus Christ. Mr. Abramovich and others involved in the incident have since improved, and their lives aren't in danger, the people said. Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky, a.k.a. Jesus, has met with Mr. Abramovich. Wasn't affected, they said. Mr. Zelensky's spokesman said he had no information about any suspected poisoning. I'm fine, Mr. Umerov tweeted on Monday. Western experts who looked into the incident, Aaron, who looked into the incident, said it was hard to determine whether the symptoms were caused by a chemical or a biological or by some sort of electromagnetic radiation attack. Aaron, who is familiar with the matter, said.
You forgot. Aaron, the Western expert.
Aaron is the Western expert who looked into the incident, and he said, Aaron said it was hard to determine whether the symptoms were caused by a chemical or biological agent or by some sort of electromagnetic radiation attack. Aaron, Western expert familiar with the matter, said.
Well, see,
the Kremlin.
Breaking news.
Matt did not respond to a request for comment about the suspected poisoning. I'm filling my name in for the Kremlin right now.
See, what
I
happened,
did not respond.
You know what happened? I'll tell you. Here's the scoop. They cut off my sentence. Having said that, the cause or the determinant of the illness was the crabs that Matt has had for 20 years being placed on the plate he was eating from.
I got those crabs from Chicken a la Kiev. The investigation was organized by Christo Grozev, an investigator with the Bellingcat Open Source Collective. The Bellingcat Open Source Collective. This investigation was not undertaken by a arm of a government. No, it was an open source collective called Bellingcat, who concluded that a Kremlin team poisoned Russian opposition politician Alexei Navalny with a nerve agent in 2020. Mr. Grozev said he saw the images of the effects of the attack on Mr. Abramovich and Ukrainian negotiators, But he added that examinations of the affected individuals couldn't be arranged in the western Ukrainian city of Lviv, through which they were traveling, because these people were in a hurry to get to Istanbul. So the guy that you're quoting is saying that he looked at pictures of a different guy and said, yep, that's pretty much what happened, but we couldn't tell you because these guys wouldn't meet with us. But you had to put in that they were headed to Istanbul, and they were in a hurry, and they couldn't meet with you. Okay. Too much time had passed for the suspected poison to be detected by the time a German forensics team was able to perform the examination, he said. It was not intended to kill, it was just a warning, Mr. Grozef said. Bellingcat said the 3 men who are suspected to have been poisoned consumed only chocolate and water in the hours before the symptoms appeared. The men went to an apartment in Kyiv Kyiv. That night, after the talks concluded and began to feel ill, said, according to Bellingcat. The next day, the group drove from Kyiv. Now, Lviv is the one that gets me. So do I say Leave or Lviv?
It's Lviv. No, it's Lviv.
Okay, Lviv. Okay. So from Kyiv to Lviv on their way to Poland and then Istanbul. The Russian government previously has been accused of using poison to punish enemies, blah, 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 blah. Pro-Western Ukrainian presidential candidate Viktor Yushchenko was poisoned, leaving his face disfigured. Mr. Yushchenko, who became president in 2018, Britain blamed Russia's intelligence services for a nerve agent attack on Sergei Skripal, a former Russian military officer who defected to the UK, and his daughter Yulia. Both survived, as did a British police officer hospitalized after contact with the poison. A British woman later died after accidentally coming into contact with a nerve agent. Kremlin. I have denied any involvement in the Skripal poisoning. There's one. They must have. I think they must have taken out the part that I was really wanting to point out.
What was the point?
So what they said is, after all these accusations, the people involved who were suspected to be poisoned could not be adequately determined if they were poisoned or not, because the people that went to test them got there too late. So it's like you have all of these accusations, and whether you have anything to back it up or not, you put nothing to back it up in this article. It's just nothing but like
or like lead with the fact, and then then talk about the
like
conjecture.
you can put fluff anywhere, but this is all fluff. Like there's nothing to back up the accusation. The only people that you are citing are unnamed sources familiar with the situation, or think tank type, like NGO type groups that that basically are defense contractors, and it's just absolutely god awful reporting.
You know what's funny? I was looking through the notes in our text messages of what we wanted to talk about tonight. Mm-hmm. And I think more of them are actually in our Instagram messaging back and forth. What we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Like
that, we got some good ones in there.
Of course, the Leah Thompson that went on and on and on and on and on and on.
It really did. But it should. Like, that, just chalk another one up for the dudes. Just another one. That's
what I wanted to talk about. So, a couple weeks ago, my wife was watching TikTok and talking to her friends, and she brought up the so-called "Don't Say Gay" bill. She had told me, kind of what her friends were saying, and of course, I wasn't paying attention to much. So then, I started reading about it. And it essentially is they don't want talk about gender identification,
Any sort of
any
sexuality before
any
fourth grade.
straight. Yeah, even that includes being straight
Yeah,
in the
any sort of
curriculum,
sexuality. Yeah.
like in the curriculum. And then I saw this Babylon B post today, and it's a bunch of teachers with rainbows, rainbow flags, and stuff like that. And it says teachers who insist they're not teaching your kid about sex also weirdly outraged by ban on teaching your kid about sex. Like I thought that was so on point, but it just goes to show, like, and you know what? I didn't read all of the bill, but I read most of the bill and saw the points of view of what they were talking about. And like, yeah, I don't want my kid to be thinking about that stuff, third grade or
Well,
younger.
and we should also focus a little bit more on like the
Reading, writing.
well, that and the teachers that are, because it's not the only reason it has made it to the point of getting a law passed in a state legislature, and especially a conservative state legislature. Conservatives, by nature, by definition, are not ahead of the curve. They're not. They're conserving the old way of doing shit. That is literally what conservative means.
Never thought of it that way.
They are not ahead of the curve. So if they're making a bill, it is in reaction to something
They're still pissed off
that is
about
ahead
the
of the
rock and
curve.
they're still pissed off about that rock and roll. Like goddamn
Oh
Elvis
God!
Presley
Oh fuck!
and his junk shaking.
And is just evil, hip shaking. That just he's just it's I mean basically a pervert, by shaking his hips. So, but just by the definition of conservatism, it got to the state legislature and signed into bill. That wasn't school boards like intentionally putting that forward as a good idea. That is also in reaction to some fucking purple-haired lunatic that is teaching third graders or younger, and they're not teaching them anything really. They're just ranting about their life and how bad it is that nobody understands that they are between 7 genders today. No, we used to have a proper scientific name for that, and it was called schizophrenia. I mean, goddamn, dude. Maybe we should take a look at those people teaching the kids and not even so much the curriculum, because those people are pushing the curriculum.
I just
And
everybody
yeah, I don't want some schizophrenic lunatic teaching my kids about math or anything, let alone sexuality when they're 7 years old. I don't want anybody teaching my kid about sexuality when they're 7 years old.
I don't even want Matt.
God
I don't
damn
even want
it.
Matt teaching his own kids about sexuality because
Me neither.
I
Me
lived
neither.
with Matt.
It gets weird.
I told
gets
you.
weird.
I told you the other day. I think I surpassed the moment where I have now seen my wife's butt more than Nick's butt.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes. So
Congratulations.
for people who are out
Nick,
there,
you need to step it the fuck up.
Nick is my friend. I've known since we were in 6th grade. So what is that? Shit, I'm 35. Jesus Christ.
50 years.
20, 22 plus years. We'd love to show our ass to each other. But now I've reached the point as of, this past week or two, I've seen my wife's bare butt more than my friend Nick's butt out of 20 years. It's
a
end
big
of an
milestone.
era.
It's a big milestone. And it's bittersweet. But it had to happen at some point. It had to happen.
You know what? Just so I can relive the glory days, I'm going golfing with those guys. I'm going to request that I see Nick's butt one more time before I let it go.
It should be mandatory.
If you love something, let it go.
Right. And I mean, R.I.P. But we'll remember it fondly. I think I surpassed that mark a while ago, but I'm also I don't know. I might be right up in that same category because we got married the same year. Um, and you've known your wife longer too. But I am also very prone to like pull my wife's pants down.
But I lived with Nick
True.
like
Well,
all
I lived
throughout.
with both. Yeah, I only lived with you guys for 2 years, I guess.
And in the dorm, we had our little holes. So
Hmm.
like you've seen Rob's butt more than I have, and I've seen
Yeah,
Nick's butt
Rob
more than
Rob was is for such a raging left winger that he is now. He was pretty conservative in that area. Like
so I I
he
have to
kept it
ask you.
kept it buttoned up.
Oh, did he?
Oh yeah.
I have to ask you because I've never seen Rob's butt. I'm sure you have. I picture it as hairless. Is that true?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hairless. I mean that he was also. I mean we've grown up a lot since then. So shit happens later on in life. So it may not be the scenario now. But I've always been kind of a little bit of a wildebeest. I mean, minus like my chest, my chest and like I got the Joe Dirt on the beard going. Like
Yes.
I grow an excellent mustache and excellent goatee. The rest of it doesn't fill in very well. My chest hair is not very thick, but everywhere else, like I'm fucking full on Sasquatch. And so I've had a hairy butt crack since probably I don't know, 8th grade. Um,
Oh man.
Rob
Yeah.
Rob was fairly hairless if I remember right. And but like I said, the older
I'm
you get,
not
the more
shocked.
the whole older you get, the less hair you get up top if you fucks. But every dude gets a little more hair below the head the
Okay,
older they get.
when I see Rob next time, just for show
Rob,
show
spread your
question.
ass cheeks right
Ow.
now.
What do you got a hairy butt? You got a hairy butt, Rob?
Um, so along those lines, I don't know how long we've been going, but we got a couple more topics to go before we switch over to Patreon. But I've got a story about spreading cheeks that I'm gonna tell you, and
Okay.
uh, and yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
I don't. It's not ready for uh, the main feed yet. I like it. I'm still not. I'm a little. I'm a little ashamed about it, so I'm gonna
You're,
put it behind the paywall. So like if you guys pay for it, I'll tell the story here after a
that's
little bit.
fucking hilarious. Then I should have saved my hemorrhoid story for the paid app because I think I brought that out early.
You did, but I think this one, like, not that it trumps. It's just more embarrassing. Yours
Hey,
couldn't be
you
avoided.
you get that? You know what? I anybody out there who has had that fucking what was it thrombosis something or another?
Something like that, yeah.
Fucking call up and they'd be like, "Yeah, dude, that is the most painful thing." That's the only reason I told it because it was the like Gest fucking pain.
Yeah,
It
well,
was it was amazing.
and also it was unavoidable. Like you didn't do anything to deserve that. Mine was a little bit more self-inflicted, so it's a little it stings a little bit more, and that's why I'm gonna put it behind the paywall.
Oh my! Wait! Clarifying question:
Hmm.
did this happen recently, or was this something that you've
Um,
been hidden for years from me?
no,
Because
not
I'm
years. No, it's something you've known about. But I haven't really updated you on the details.
am I
Uh,
allowed to laugh? That's the
oh yeah,
next
yeah.
question.
No, it's that's all fair game. I'm just like I said, I'm still easing into putting it out there for the general public. Um, but like if you're a good buddy of mine and I've known you for a while, like you probably already know it. And I this is just like an update, and it's a hilarious update. Um,
Wait! You got a Hummer from a tranny, didn't you?
I told you, save it for the fucking Patreon.
Okay.
um,
That was a movie quote, everybody. That was a goddamn movie quote. Jesus Christ! I already hear it. It was from
that's
40-year-old virgin. All right.
you know what we the only reason we are funny is because of movie quotes. Like
That's it.
we started with movie quotes and we built from there. And and like we've got to be pretty damn funny here over the past 15 years or whatever it's been. But it all starts from movie quotes. Like that's the foundation of everything.
You know what? If we were comedians, we would be the most like the basic bitch level because all we would do is use movie quotes.
I know it. Like I
That's
just
it.
recycle bits from everybody.
Yeah.
And but the thing is we're not Carlos Mencia. We're not gonna claim it was ours. We'll just be like, no, I got it from this guy over here.
Yeah.
I straight up stole it.
Yeah. It's
We'll admit
hilarious.
that
I
shit.
want you to hear it too.
Yeah. Oh, so the NFL is gonna be fucking interesting next year, dude. Like the NFL free agency has been wild.
Yeah, everybody's going to the fucking AFC West.
I know it. That
It's like, oh, they get Russell Wilson. Okay, we'll buy everybody else.
yeah. Like San Diego's defense is
Oh
stacked
my
at
god.
every level.
We better draft an offensive lineman because like
We're
they
gonna
were
need it.
last year they were probably average at best,
Yeah.
below average in pass protection. You better get a fucking stud somewhere because
Yeah.
I do not feel good about Bowles at all.
No.
Right.
Well, and even if he's good, if he goes down, who do we got? And we also need a right tackle, like a stud right tackle, because San Diego has 3 legit pass rushers,
Was
like
Bosa, Ingram?
and somebody else. Who was it Jackson or something like that they just signed?
I don't know. Fuck the Chargers.
Yeah, I mean
You know what?
they still won't get any fans in the stands, but
It's hilarious. The reason that the Chargers are the number one hated is because Phyllis Rivers played for them. Even like 30 years later, I'm
I
just
know
gonna hate them as because of Phyllis fucking
I
Rivers.
I know it. I can't bring myself to like them, even though like I kind of like their team, um, but yeah, I can't bring myself to like it's kind of like the when the Cubs won the World Series. I liked that team a lot. It's
Oh
just
my god.
it's just the Cubs. God, I hate the Cubs.
They oh my god, dude. You know who they fucking got? The Chargers?
Hmm.
Khalil Mack.
Oh fuck, that's right.
Jesus.
God damn it. Yeah, so they got Bosa, Derwin James, and Khalil Mack,
Oh my
and
god.
and who's the other up front guy?
Ingram.
Yeah, Ingram, Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa.
Hold on.
They got Derwin James in the
Or do they
secondary.
maybe they don't have Ingram. Hold on. Let me do some interneting. All right. So
That sounds right though.
Joey Bosa. Oh, okay, good. Whew. Ingram's no longer there. But Khalil Mack's like an upgrade.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
yeah. Khalil Mack's one of the best to play.
Oh man.
And then yeah, then Derwin James is a fucking stud in the secondary or secondary. Yeah, like goddamn dude. But hey, Tyreek Hill is out of the AFC West.
Oh, thank God. Thank
Yeah,
God.
he went to the Dolphins, and
But
we'll
then you have the
probably not
Raiders.
hear anything from him.
Then
Yeah,
you
the
have the
Raiders.
Raiders signing Adams. Like
Yeah,
fuck me.
yeah, it's yeah. AFC West is gonna be stacked this year.
Fuck. Well, I looked at their schedule. I think they'll probably go five. They'll go 500 against the West, right?
Probably, yeah,
And then so what is that? 3-3.
yeah.
And then I think the rest of the games. I think they'll win. What was it? I think they'll go 11-6. That's my prediction.
Probably good enough for a wild card spot.
Shit, we might have fucking all AFC West wild card if everybody goes 3-3.
Good chance. NFC is gonna be not good.
The Commanders.
The Commanders, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be Tampa and Green Bay in the NFC Championship again.
Oh, I'm just so happy. I know no, not many people have this sentiment, but I am so happy. Tom Brady is coming back one more year. beat
I
the
am too,
shit out of all the kids.
and I hate him again, but I'm glad he's back.
Oh my god, I was so bummed when he retired, and then I was not bummed. Literally,
You
what? How
know,
many days was he in? 20.
something like that. And you know what? I will say I'm glad that the NFL is going to be interesting next year because the world needs a big distraction. Like this Russia Ukraine deal is a big deal. That supposedly they had peace talks today in Turkey, right?
Oh, I literally shut off these past 2 days. You tell me.
I it's here today or tomorrow, but they like, well the media says that he's backing he's backing off from Kiev. But then people are saying that's a lie. He's not really backing off from Kiev, and fuck, I don't know. And
Remember, I we talked the other day. I thought his off ramp was that he just says, "Okay, I'm taking the Donbass, Crimea,
yeah,
a little bit out," and that's his
yeah,
off ramp.
yep.
Watch, I
I
think
think
that's his
so.
off ramp, man.
Well, I think and I don't think this is Joe Biden because I don't think Joe Biden knows what the fuck is going on. Um, or like if you've only got him on a little bit of cocaine, like try some more. Like,
You know what, though? I don't even think it's just strictly his age. I mean, look at Kamala Harris.
mm,
Everywhere she goes, she is not prepared for much. Either those two don't have basically like impromptu skills to like just speak off the cuff, or they're not being prepared well enough. It might
well,
be both.
I think there's some of the preparation part, but I was just watching a speech from Biden when he was VP, and like what he said was retarded because I've never liked Joe Biden. I've always thought he was kind of an idiot, but he was at least like pretty good on his feet. Like
Yeah.
even though like what he was saying was ridiculous, like he was good at saying that for the most part. And like that guy has slipped so fucking much. And like the fact that the your major media outlets are like not even addressing that, like the fact that he told the 82nd Airborne that like when you're in Ukraine you're gonna see this, and then they have to walk it back, and they're like, "Oh, that's not what he really meant." Well, then why the fuck did he say it? Like,
I haven't watched the news, but I bet your girlfriend Jen Psaki's had a really rough week.
oh, she wants to shoot herself. I bet you. Like,
uh,
if I were her, I would. Like,
if that's not an opportunity for the Cowboy to swing in
oh
right in
man,
their biggest time of need,
oh
just for
my
that one,
my
just for
wife
that
would
one,
fuck her up so
thing.
bad. And I don't think she would ever even hit her. Like she would just like the
she,
verbal lashing that would come from my wife would be
it, it, it,
relentless.
it wouldn't just be a Will Smith slap.
No, no, no,
No.
no, no. That's no. When she would go in like not just a slap, but like end your entire bloodline.
It like I would picture your wife in those Jason movies when you know how they had all the different deaths. One of the funniest ones was when this dude's standing there and Jason just hits him and his head spins around like a cartoon.
Well, there's
That's what
that
I'm picturing.
but mixed with like a Roman emperor where like you salt the earth so nothing grows back. That's how
Ruthless.
ruthless my wife is. So yeah,
Ruthless.
I'll say from a distance and knowing that my wife won't listen to this that Jen Saki's kind of hot, but that's as far as it goes.
All right,
Oh,
that I need a distraction from all the depression. Can
oh
we
fuck.
please jump on the Patreon so I can
Yes.
talk about your asshole?
Yes,
Thank
we
you.
can. All right. Yeah,
Oh,
we're go ahead.
also I sent you a song during the break on Instagram that I would like to request to be played at the end of our show because I think you will love it as much as I do.
Nice.
So you guys have to
Nice.
listen to all this shit to see what the song is.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, that's as good a spot as any to end it for the main feed. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure you go check out the website burning-daylight.com. We got a good blog over there. All the old episodes store. Go buy some shirts. I haven't sold any. Well, I sold a couple, I guess, but I need to sell some more. Damn it! Go buy some shirts. And yeah, live your ass. We're burning daylight.
Burn the shit out of it.
Boom.
Yes.
Your eyes up in the morning, beneath the stars so bright. Pull your hat down, make sure your cinch is tight. Horse is kinda snuffy, cold chill up your spine. We'll get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight. Burning daylight. Burning daylight. In the saddle till the job's done right. Burning daylight. Well, life is just a gather, and you won't catch 'em all. But when you ride through the gate, make sure you sit up tall. I can see the horizon, it's looking pretty bright. Well, get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight. Burning daylight. Burning daylight. In the saddle till the job's done right.